Some love to the Ravens' Revenge. You can see them up there. Little Whip Warriors. We already kind of touched base with Ninja. Llama Record, which you talked about a lot, coming up into here. And, of course, the Fish Fam, who's going to be led by Scissors.
And these are some of the creative kings. They've been able to go through, run, qualify. A lot of them have had the world run, or not world run experience, excuse me, but in those death runs where they were doing the qualifications. But there are also some combat aspects. So we've seen Sky Station Showdown before. You know, there's going to be a little bit, I don't want to say advantage, but they might be a little more at home when you're actually firing bullets, building out, and trying to get those rotations in.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot underestimate any of these teams. These guys grind, and they all play Fortnite. But let's go ahead and take a look at the format here so we can kind of see a run and how they take these victories.
So now the VIP will be those creative captains, and they have to be the one in the capture point, uncontested, to score points. They will get 3 points per second in the initial hills, and then the first team to 1,000 points, or the highest scoring team by the end. And also, the creative captains will be wielding the Infinity Blade.
That Infinity Blade will be important because they had to get to the capture points A, B, and C, which will give 3 points a second. And then 7 minutes into the round, point D opens up, where you will get about a lot more, right? 12 points a second.
Four times is a lot.
That is what you want to do. You want to gun for the point D on the map. That's your comeback, or that's your lead taker.
Yeah, you can see a lot change when that opens up at 7 minutes, but now we're going to go in an overview. For those of you who are unfamiliar and didn't get to watch it at the summer block party, we got you. Zeke, catch us up.
This map is a collaboration between Team Evolve and Epic. Now let's break down how it all works. For this very special event, we are bringing you an exciting King of the Hill style game built in creative by Team Evolve. 8 teams of 4 players will start at their home base on the edge of this massive flying city. Together they will push 3 capture circles, racking up points by holding them down for their team. As each team heads toward the capture points, they'll need to protect their team's VIP, who plays a key role in this game mode. If they get eliminated, they'll respawn at the team's home base. The VIP is the only player who can earn points for your team while second. They are also the only ones who can wield the Infinity Blade, which deals massive melee damage and enables the wielder to jump incredible distances. It's the rest of the team's job to make sure the VIP gets to the capture circle and stays there as long as possible without being eliminated. With 3 capture circles across the map, teams have to strategize to figure out which point they'll be able to hold. Pay attention.
Cup Creative Finals starts right now.
This is it. We are loading in. Everyone's hopping out, and they are actually familiar with this map. So we're gonna see the strategies off the bat here. Let's see who can take away and break away with that early lead you saw there. Nice wide shot of all of our captains here. And here it is. Look at off the bat.
Already you can see trades coming out now. A fun fact, the Infinity Blade wielder gets a bonus 100 health and shield, so he's sitting at the 200 mark. On top of that, Siphon is on. get an elimination, you get that 50 effective HP back over. That makes the Infinity Blade very hard to take down. They also get those big reckless move jumps to slam down. And as you can see going on the right-hand side of the screen, it is creative chaos all over the place. But now taking in with the Little Whip Warriors as they're able to clean it out, and Ninja's trying to rotate up.
Yeah, I'm sorry to break it to you, but the Llama Record was completely pushed off of their point. And now we have Ninja who's going in with the Infinity Blade. What a player to wield this one right here. Oh, he's getting pushed back. Notice how he doesn't even want to get eliminated. He wants to do as much damage as possible. But is that effective?
I think you just kind of reset and you know where you get up there and you start swinging. With 75 damage, it will be able to take it down. The Llama Record Company establishing himself right back up. Now, what's going to be interesting to me is how the players utilize their building. Start with 50 wood, and then if you get an elimination, you get 25 wood directly into your inventory. So if you're able to kind of eliminate out and put pressure down, you can get some ridiculous builds, as we're already seeing on top of the blue hill.
Yeah, this is actually a neck-and-neck race right here in the early game so far. Beach Band, Chicken Champions, and Raven's Revenge are all trading spots at the moment. And Sunshine Soldiers comes right on in to wipe that up and get them out of there. Nice job for Stewart.
And look at the cuddle group across the lake just now getting their first point because they've been contested the entire time, where Llama Record Company has only had one team coming up towards them. Another thing to note, let's talk about the loadout here, Monster. What do they rock?
They're rocking everything that you can get in the game. Blue tactical AR, up to that hunting rifle, so you have the long range, you have the close range, you have the AR. So you kind of just pick and choose your battle, which you want to use.
And the one thing you're missing that the Infinity Blade wielder does not have will be 9 impulse grenades. So everyone has a bunch of mobility to be able to get up there. But you see right there, Scissor's able to cut down a bunch and get a decent amount of timing. Let's take a look at the score. Little Whip Warriors climbing up, but it is only a 5-second uncontested lead, and they're building on it. Right now, not a lot of points have been scored, which means when that hill opens up at 7 minutes, it's going to be that much more important.
Yeah, this is going way better than I expected. There is no one dominant team so far. But the Little Whip Warriors are doing so great right now. There goes Ninja, and he does get traded out. Raven's Revenge kind of takes it back over. We'll go Taga's squad, managed to hold it down for long enough to get their, points in. Don't forget, he has to clear out the point. If there's someone on it, you're not going to get anything.
Right, and as soon as you're up there, teammates are not building for you, you're exposed for the entire map. Everyone else is able to see you. You can see Arubius going in, but the double pack plus the Infinity Blade wielder of Hand of Blood. This Llama Record Company team is looking to go platinum with a great defense there.
Here it is, very nice. Finally starting to earn some points, trying to break that, triple digit. Hand of Blood, little fun fact right there. Dog Baubel is Germany's second biggest dog influencer on Instagram.
That's impressive, but I wonder who the first biggest is now. That's like, is there a statistic for that? Like, do you go down the line? But one thing I do want to note from Hand of Blood, look at the eliminations coming out of the Infinity Blade. Already sitting on 7 and being aggressive. As the more he gets that siphon going, the better he's going to be. But the Chicken Champions come out on top there. No tender defenders are going left. Able to hold the top, and now crawling their way back up, they're only about 10 seconds or so behind the Funky Fighters?
Dude, wait a second. Where did the Funky Fighters come from? Suddenly they're at the top here, and the Little Whip Warriors have not managed to earn any points. Sunshine Soldiers looking to kind of ruin that festival up top, but it's Tomoya. We touched with him with Pookie early on. He said, you know what, he chose his players, specifically because they're great at depth rush. It looks like they can battle it out too.
They're doing a very good job of making sure they go at the same time. You can see Tomoya here being patient, doing everything he can to try and find an outlet, but he doesn't want to commit before his teammates are there. He's waiting for Kutu. There they are. Yuzi coming up with him as well. The fight is on, but we switch back over to Scissors just chopping it down. But the fish fam is a sushi there as the retake happens.
That is actually crazy. Watch him kind of wait there, prepare the ambush. His team comes up and they collapse on the point. And bye-bye fish fam.
Notice they have enough mats to completely encircle the top, but the Infinity Blade will be able to cover right now. So instead, Tomoya jumps straight up. He's just spare out a couple every second. Every second matters. As you see Kutu also on 8 elims right now. The sword players putting in work.
We have a bit of a tie up top. Funky Fighters and Fish Fam. Llama Record so close as well. This is a close run so far.
and I like seeing the Funky Fighters using impulses out of spawn. You get 9 of them, so it's great to throw them off to knock other people off the point, but use 3 to get a little faster. These guys are all very experienced in terms of navigating basically every part of creative and battle royale, so they can use those little impulses to get themselves more efficient. As you see Dan go down, Suzu go down, Scissors go down right there as Lachlan is just cutting them apart. But Tomoya, again, the Funky Fighters hung out on top with the Infinity Blade at least, so no points going over right now to the Cuddle Crew.
Oh no, the Cuddle Crew does not have the Blade wielder here, so Clytex has to kind of hold it down for now until the leader, the team captain, can get up to the top. If Lachlan gets there in time, he might be able to, but nope. Kind of lose their point of interest, unfortunately.
Now Gutaga goes up and goes straight back down, not able to catch himself on the end, so Raven's Revenge gonna have to wait a little bit before they get points, but have full control. Gotaga unfortunately breaks some of his teammates' build there with the Infinity Blade.
Japanese from USA. Favorite aspect of creative mode is actually 1v1 field fight, so this is why they're doing pretty good right now. And they kind of close it up. Looks like the Cuddle Crew has come back, but the Fish Bam is here to ruin that entire party. Can they shut it down? Scissors survives just for a bit more.
And again, you see every single time the Funky Fighters go up, it is never a solo person. It is always 2, most of the time 3. They get control and then they immediately box up. Well, while we've been talking about them, let's check in back with the scoring as we're now right around the 3rd mark and a minute out from that 12-point defensive circle. And Ninja's team, a little bit warrior, a little bit all over. And Tomoya goes up, comes back down, and the Shing was not enough. The Cuddle Crew takes it down.
I actually love that shot. You see anyone else really utilizing the dive straight up into the air? Kind of disengage off the pressure. Ninja's doing a great job chopping up here. He's never mind, make that time. That was Gotaga who went down right there. And they finally get another run at, advancing the lead here.
And they are slaying out, too.
Yes.
You see every single one of them almost to the double-digit marks. But, Taco, hello. That was your head. Yeah, you got to be careful because, hey, if all you're doing is sitting there rifling, that's fine. Somebody's going to take a hunting rifle and make you pay. Lachlan goes up. MSYP is just behind him, and Lachlan is able to take that one over. Kaz is trying to do everything he can, and he does get Lachlan. So good delay coming out from there, but opening up about a 20-second lead. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Middle point is open. That's 4 seconds, and right off of the bat, we see Cuddle Crew heading towards the impulse going out and swinging a miss. Super. Rubius and Hammer in the circle right away. Rubius under fire, Ninja under fire. Who will take it? Rubius better scored on the day, and then immediately looking out. This is chaos.
Whoever's the last one here is probably going to be the most successful. But remember, you need your sword reader. Your captain has to be there. If Lachlan isn't there, it's not what they're fighting for. So, Claytech looks scary. He's trying to pick up that counter. And he's alive. Good defense there. Down goes Hand of Blood. No more. They actually use that. Just a couple seconds put them all the way to second place.
And 2 of the Cuddle Crew right now have combined for 31. Converting it into points. They're currently sitting at the bottom, 189. Little Whip Warriors do still have a lead, but it's already been cut down. And just as I said, with the middle hill, Funky Fighters almost take it away. Rare goes right over. And you see any amount of time in that middle hill is so efficient.
I'm actually loving that little strat right there. They hold a point, then aim out to where these players spawn in and kind of pressure them down.
Yeah, so that's when you need somebody with a hunting rifle to start taking shots and saying, hey, pick on somebody else. If you look this way, you're going to have to respawn, because if you can get tagged, great, but if you don't convert them into anything, it's not good. As I just kind of stuttered, because Carnifex is sitting on 25 eliminations, Hand of Blood on 14 right there. That's why the Llama Record Company is ahead right now.
Yes, they were using that 4x bonus on Capture Point D, which is right in the middle. It only appears after the 7-minute mark. So now that we only have 5 left in the game, it's up to whoever can hit that 1,000 first or the timer runs out. But at this pace, I think the Fish Bam, Funky Fighters, or the Llama Records are probably going to take it here.
The Sunshine Soldiers are also racking up points quickly. What's interesting to see is the Fish Bam are pretty much now uncontested, as everyone has tunneled in on that center hill. But once you get later into the game, when you need to go up a little bit more, this is point ends up winning out. Everyone will turn their attention to the 12.2 seconds. second. You'll have impulses going down there, random hunting rifle shots, builds 24/7 because they see that tick happening. And look, as I say, all the sword players are down there, 2 of them going off, the tac shotguns being thrown up, walls everywhere, but it doesn't matter. Points are being scored right now.
Yeah, they're trying so hard to get all the bonus points that the Fish Fam is just like stealing away the lead right now. But also, remember, if their teammates pick up elims, you get maps straight to your point, into your inventory. So they're able to fortify up there. That's why they're just slowly growing.
And you can actually fortify to prevent the impulses from going in or make kind of a wall to toss it in. As you see, Hand of Blood picking up his 16th elim. This is just chilling.
Yeah,
Pumpernickel it up, man. Pumpernickel it up. Yeah, let him know. Let him know. There we go. He's saying, hey, you guys will stick to our strategy. Let's see if something else. There it is right away. They go up, but all 4 of them, you don't want to run into this. They're ready to wait until they have the lead right.
Oh, he's in the trophy.
He's looking around, he's telling him to let him know, man, and that's what it's all about. They've opened up a 100-plus point lead and no contestation because everyone is tunneling on the bottom.
And I like this now. Now they're turning their attention outwards. Other teams kind of realize, wait a second, they're just up there scoring.
What can you do in this instance? They see the other scores. That leaderboard is running for them. What they have to do, if you're the Llama Record Company, you hold the middle and lock it down for that time. And then the second you get the lead, start running at the Fish Fam. Don't let them come anywhere near any point. Nobody else is going to catch you unless they get the middle. Everyone's attention is there right now. And the Llama Record Company now has that 100-point lead back. In seconds.
Let their guard down one time, and suddenly Llama Record takes the lead as if Fish Fam wasn't just farming all those points. Nope, Fish Fam no longer have a free point. It is up to everyone to stop the Llama Record Company here because Hand of Blood has 15 elims, and he's going for the middle now. He's got his team ready. Let's see what he's going to do. Takes the vent, goes right in, nice and sneaky. Oh, he's still waiting. Look at the big brain plays. Comes out the collateral right there, and it's all his. The center point is his to earn points now, Sundown.
It's so close. It's just a few more
Gotta
takes.
stop him.
1 more goes over and stops it. Llama Record Co. takes the first match. Hand of Blood, Spenos, Alex, JJ, and Carnifex are your match 1, set 1 winners right there. Incredibly impressive coming out. Well executed gameplay. And they say, Scissors, you can hold the hell. Don't celebrate too early.
It's the World Cup Creative Finals. Every game is worth so much money as well, so much prize. So to get a victory off the bat, you have to be feeling great.
I mean, they had everything going in. They're incredibly confident, but they had to make sure they were able to get it. You can see the last few moments, they already boxed themselves up, actually clearing out the Funky Fighters, who were the only other contestants. The Funky Fighters actually also in the last moment, which is huge in terms of not only the prizing, but what will end up being potentially a llama in the end.
That's right. That is right. Loving this replay right there. The let's goes. The energy is real. You can clearly see the excitement.
It's fantastic. Honestly, I love Sky Station Showdown so much because I think there's a level of depth there, right? Everything is wood, so you're able to like kind of hit through it, and the Infinity Blade cuts through all of it right away. But the Infinity Blade wielder doesn't have the ability to build, needs the support from his teammates. So you saw the people who were roaming in packs of 3 and 4, incredibly successful.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate. The cutter crew was like slaying legit. So many healers, but not a lot of points. And that's because play that split game, it's not going to work out.
You have to convert it into control. It is a control.
Now, finally, for you over here, how does it feel being here, playing in front of this massive audience?
It feels amazing, like it's just a dream coming true.
Thank you. And for you over here, you traveled all of this way to just be here, be at the World Cup. Is it surreal? How do you feel about it?
The experience is really nice.
Yeah, and we love Spango.
All right, well, we'll talk about that. You guys got to educate me on that. Not sure what that is. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations on taking the first game. Casters, back up to you.
Thank you so much, Loma, Record Co, Hand of Blood, Spenos, Alex, JJ, and Carnifex taking the very first match of the Creative Finals, the first match on the stage. I mean, it was an impressive format. They clearly had a strategy they wanted to execute on. It took them a little bit to get there, but over the course of the game, they were consistently occurring points.
Yeah, I should have known last night they were going to do good. Saw them on the hotel lobby. They were hanging out. Literally, as a crew, one of the only creative teams that I saw sticking together like a squad. Should have put my money on it.
Like I said, bandwagon. It took less than one match in an interview, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm fully on board,
I'm
no
so
problem.
convinced.
It's all good. This set has been so exciting. I mean, who are you looking out for? Who can contest them, and what do you think the next step is to shut them down? They say, hey, we have a game plan, we're going to do the same thing, and I agree. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, stick to that if you're going to keep winning, but what do the other teams do to now make them uncomfortable? How do you go challenge them?
I mean, honestly, we saw a lot of that team play out of the fishing rank. You wait for your Infinity Blade wielder to come up and then get the team to back them up. You have to work together. And remember, when you catch an elimination, you get mats for it, so it can help you build.
Yes, mats and the health back, but the first match is done. The second match is kicking off right now, and we will have a pretty good idea of where we're going. I'm excited to see if they can repeat, and now the second match is underway, and right away you can see some players sprinting out, some opting to take some hunting rifle shots as Lachlan grabs that Infinity Blade and goes straight up. And you can see you can actually make it to the top if you hit the vent, jump, and then jump again. 2 jumps right away. Fish fam and chicken contenders. God. Awful. Chicken champions.
Chicken
apologies.
Tenders, chicken what? You trying to eat some
Tender defender,
Let's
chicken
go.
tenders. I know, my fault.
All right, here we are. So this time around, the Sunshine Soldiers actually managed to get some points off the bat. Very good for them, but Little Whip Warriors, same thing we saw before, trying to take a little bit of the first big step here.
I mean, and Ninja, it knows those jumps. He's able to get around incredibly efficient, up to the top right away. But the early tack fight is coming out. Tomoya able to ruin that one there, but then Tyler trades it right back out. And what really is important here is about establishing control as a team. You want to stay together and just get your momentum rolling as Ninja goes up, followed quickly by the Little Whip Warriors. Ninja goes first, gets 1 elim, gets 2 elim as they swarm from both sides. So Ninja was up 2 from the back, 1 from the front. That was a very well coordinated.
Love how they did that, and now they're all holding it together. Kaz holding down the backside, keeping these players off the track. But it's Gotaga squad who's coming up the top here. It's Chappie, and Gotaga dives right on up into it. Doesn't matter, just to take it right down. This is what you need to do here.
6 eliminations already coming out from them. Taldock with 1, Kaz 4, and then 2 for Ninja with the Infinity Blade. As Taldock is immediately spraying down shots, making it just a little bit more difficult. But boom, there comes the hunting rifle shots, and Taldock is taking shots as well. Out of builds, he needs to back up and use his team there, and Gotaga goes straight up.
Well, they need some builds for their backside because they are getting sniped straight out of that spawn point here. Raven's Revenge, who they're just kind of gatekeeping at the moment, right? Look at Chappie's like, dude, I can't even go up right now because the team is up there.
It was a good challenge. He did some damage. Ninja was all over it. Now already up to 4 elims, a 60-point lead, but have to keep an eye on the other parts of the map as the Chicken Champions are doing their best to hold the top but get pushed out. Kaz finally gets taken down, but 5 elims on his first life there as Ninja challenges Magma. Will he be able to clean that one up?
Yes,
and
he does.
But Chappie's on the other side. Slam goes down right away, but now we're over on board with your match 1 winners, the Llama Record Co, and they're already slaying out as well. 12 elims for them, but 0 on Hand of Blood, which is actually efficient, assuming he doesn't need the health. Will have the sword reject going through, but he can't use the builds, right? So
Yeah,
other people need them.
He can't build. He also can't get hit right now, so he needs to be careful because he is 1 shot away from getting taken out here. But someone dives right on up. He has to put that pressure down, and it's the Chicken Champions who make a quick end of him. And it's their turn to start accruing points, but no. Chicken Champion leader goes down there.
Good attempted defense from Carnifex. Was able to trade out one, but now we have two swords up top. Gotaga and Lachlan just trying to beat each other up, and Gotaga comes out the winner of that one. Other Cuddle Crew team does pick it up there. Just remember, 3 points when you're standing in the circle. It has to be the VIP in there. In 7 minutes, there is the 4th circle that is 12 per second.
Definitely very intense for Tomai, who again has no health. The Funky Fighters are trying to get that dominant lead. He knows he's on camera there, gets a little bit of a taunt. And uh-oh, is he gonna challenge? No, stays back, says, you know what, points are more important right now. Focusing in on the points here.
And you can see the Funky Fighters trying to prevent that ramp coming up. It's very efficient to just immediately, as soon as you come out, have 2 team members ramp up into the left or up into the right so you can get up to the first level. However, if you will break that in one shot, and you have a ton of rifle ammunition. All of these guys being maxed out on ammo.
Let's see here. These are all the spawn points. You can actually see the banners hanging, so you know if you really want to focus in and kind of shut down a team, you totally can. And Llama Lords are not doing great this game.
No, this was the double jump I talked about. Ninja goes straight up. That's the first Elam. He's going to be able to point his camera, go up, and challenge as soon as the team decides, but instead, going to save that jump to be more impactful. Ravens are red, trying to get pushed out right here. Gotaga and crew doing everything they can, but Taldock is going up the back. Chappie gets taken down for Ninja's 8 Elam, and he jukes him out, going straight back up top. Gotaga, does he have the help to take it? First swing comes through, and Ninja goes down.
Yeah, he just needed another Elam to put him back in the game. You got to get that siphon bonus. You don't get the heals. It's really rough, even with the Infinity Blade to heal up, because, you know, the heal time is kind of slow.
It's very slow. You can see the tank going up there is not something that he's going to be able to rely on, particularly when other players are getting the siphon off. If they're the ones trading out the shots, they can quickly change HP, and those are long animations. But look at the challenge. The 3 different teams going up, and now it's just the Fish Fam and the Cuddle Crew. Lachlan doing everything he can. Zan goes down, but tries to create a little bit of space, eats the headshot from Suzuhu, and disengages.
Cuddle Crew finally getting a couple points here. It's been pretty rough for them so far on this map here. See this struggle just a bit. The story has definitely been Ninja's supreme dominance so far. He's doing pretty good right here. And even with no health, says, you know what, I'm not going to give away 3 points. Might as well go for it. He was so close.
Yeah, you can see him calling out the whites there on the sword, knowing they only need a couple more shots to get it. As we switch back on over to the Cuddle Crew, who established himself there with a the first time we're really seeing them all together, but Clytex immediately gets ripped from the spot.
Yeah, Lachlan's team needs to represent. And there they are. They're finally trying to score it up. Elimination Sandy here. 16 Elam, so
they need to figure out their game plan, because they're getting Elams and putting things together. They have solid weapons, but not getting the right build time. Maybe it's go somewhere else. You don't always have to go to the point that's directly in front of you. Go contest someone, or maybe just go at their spawn, delay them so they don't rotate through. Like a number of times, as you said before, you can see where people are spawning. If you want to go coming back over and likely more resources than you.
every single time. Look at this. That new point capture feed will be unlocked in the center of the...
They have a solid lead right now, just under 150 points. That disappears in the blink of an eye. That's about 15 seconds uncontested in that middle hill. That's just how valuable it is. But we saw the shift in gameplay that happened. Everybody, Fish Fam were able to get back up, but after that, kind of cycled back in, and the center point became the focus and where the win was taken. And right now, Llama Record Co., you said they were struggling at the start. They're doing fine right now in second place, Monster.
They're definitely creeping their way right back up. They're about to hit that 300-point mark there. Just on the point line, so waiting for Hand of Blood to come on up, hopefully. And again, no surprise, Ninja and his crew has found himself another point.
And the way they've angled this build is brilliant, because if you come up the steps, you're pushing into somebody's right hand. On the other side, you're blocked off, as Ninja then just drops down to a 0-0-0-0, and he gets picked up with the alley-oop from Gotaga, as Gotaga comes up with Magma. 1, 2, 3. Ravens out of nowhere, but the Little Whip Warriors don't care. They're cutting down in 3, 2, 1. You can only see MSYB is down there. Alex JJ down there. Carter is down there. They're trying to set up control right away. Lava Record go, but the impulse are everywhere.
Hand of Blood really trying to get in there early too, as did every other captain, but it was to no surprise, not effective.
And you can see that the Chicken Champions are committing to the 3 points right now. Little Whip Warriors as well. While contention is happening down in the bottom, no Infinity Blade Wielder is in there. But the steady climb of points coming at the Chicken Champions is going to be beneficial. But also, just like that, is a little bit off the pace. They need to get the center uncontested. However, this game, they have a lot more attention.
Yeah, but look, Fish Bam's doing the same thing they did last time, just slowly, or actually, sorry, the Chicken Champions have adopted the strategy.
Fish Bam are doing it too.
Oh yeah,
getting creeping up there. So there's 2 teams who are just hanging out up top, no problem. All the other teams right now are contesting. Raven's Revenge has control of the of one of the other side. So every hill is occupied and full controlled by a team, not being contested. Everyone else is looking at the middle.
Yeah, it's actually working. The Chicken Champions are right behind the Little Whip Warriors right now. They're almost in the lead here. They just have to kind of hold it down. Honestly, the Little Whip Warriors have to identify what platform they're on and go take it.
Well, this is what happened to them last time. They kind of had a good lead and then stalled out. You need a game plan with the middle platform goes, and you either need to stick to it or, depending on the score, be adaptive. Because right now, Chicken Champions, they're being fine. As long as somebody isn't controlling the middle, they're going to be able to have that lead, and you can send one person to just throw impulses down there over and over. Just be annoying from the top.
Here's Scissors. 6 Elans, looking good on this other point, and now he's in the top 3. They weren't even close before, but just by slowly, consistently gaining points here, you can see they're breaking those thresholds slowly but surely, and Little Whip Warriors no longer lead.
Yeah, Little Whip Warriors actually unseated the Chicken Champions there from their control point. They're taking it over. They're trying to get it back, so that's a battle right now. But the Funky Fighters out of nowhere, middle hill, and all of a sudden, just like that, into first place, going to pass 700 in just a second. No, get pushed out, and now they're back in there. Tomoya going off right now. Lumberwreck and Co. down there and trying to push him out. And you can see they're contesting it over and over again, but they're not getting the points they saw last game, falling off the pace.
We are just battling for this number 1. Chicken Champs kind of overtaken now as well. Fish Bam not too far either. Everyone is so close here in the top 4. Don't forget, you take a victory, you win 55,000 bonus in prize.
And right now, Suzu is going off. 21 eliminations right under. Apologies for the customers, but 21 eliminations from the Belgian. He loves practicing his building creative. He's showing it off here. The cone edits up there, but right now, the Warriors are going at it. Tomoya gets the better initiative. He gets cut down. The Funky Fighters then get sent all over the place thanks to the impulses from above.
I love this strat. He kind of sends out for a second. Come back, but unfortunately, the timing was just a bit off. And the Llama Record Company now control the middle point. For how long, we will find out here, as this is their comeback story, because they need these points desperately here. Hand of Blood still alive, just long enough to get a couple of more points. But Scissors is playing the long game here, just eating away at the threshold here at the top.
I'm assuming they sent him to just go either watch middle and be their middle control. No, he just came up the back. There you go. And just like go flying at people as the tunnels come up in a very well coordinated pitch. 3 from the side, and Scissors gets taken down. But the Funky Fresh. Oh no!
No, they got stopped.
1 point.
Well, 1 point.
Yo, so if you are the Big Bang or Little Whip, right now you have to send somebody to stop them. If that Infinity Blade Wielder gets out of spawn and goes anywhere for 1 second, they'll win. Somebody has to. It is all Tomoya. Anywhere he goes, it doesn't have to be the one near him. If he touches the middle, uncontested seconds will be the victory for them.
These are the final moments here, Sundown. Look at him. He's got a slight grin on his face. He wants to do it. Is this the point that he's going to make it? Here he goes. He takes the stake. He does it. He's going back for it now. His feet's up there. All he has to do is swipe just a couple of times. Can he win it straight? And he does not.
And as you watch, check the points on the right-hand side. Nobody is climbing up by the 12s. And as they did, Llama Record Go gets the control there, but Little Whip contested right back. Funky Fresh Tomoya will be back and looking to find it. The contestant is going for the middle. Here's Tomoya. He knows just a second in there. Uncontested will be enough. Can he get it?
Oh,
no, he doesn't. Doesn't he
pass
get knocked
out?
down? The impulse grenade at the second he landed knocks everyone out. No one's in there. Can he find it? And he does. That's it. His feet touch the ground. The impulse doesn't go off. Tomoya takes it for the Funky Fighters with some brilliant teamwork.
Intense endgame too. Get taken out at 99 points. Really, anything can happen in those final moments.
I'm telling you, I love the Sky Station Showdown. Can't wait for more people to start playing. And the Funky Fresh Fighter right there celebrating with his team. You can see them just so excited, so happy. Let's take a look at this final replay. Now again, we talked about it. The impulse is being a great denial to it. Right there, set back out. Goes impulse.
He almost had the flashiest ending ever. Just kind of diving in and wrapping it all up. But it was just good enough. Like you said, he only had to stay there for a bit. And even with the impulse bumping him out, that's it.
After going off, the team's doing everything they can, but it was not enough to shut down the Funky Fighters. Tomoya, Kutu, Huzi, Dracius, incredibly well done to gameplay, and was it what you expected?
Definitely not what I expected. I thought Gotaga's team was going to come out here and crush it right behind the Fish Fam, but as you can see, huge upsets. Anything can kind of go which way. And I mean, talk about like kind of beginner's luck or something like that. You just put a team together. They didn't practice. They're just coming out here and wiping players up. So a lot of talented players here at the Creative Finals.
I mean, Tomoya talked about it. He was like, hey, when I pick my team, very confident there with their death run ability. Want to see what they do in the elimination race during World Run, but do it incredibly well so far at Sky Station. That's going to be a confidence booster, because if you can get the Silver Llama there, and you're confident in your ability,
yeah, you're just one step closer. So with the first place and the second place, they're clearly having a good reset so far here at the Sky Station Showdown.
Yeah, it's been very well done from them, but it's still anybody's game. Don't forget, the winner of the Silver Llama is the one who has accumulated the most prize money across, which equates roughly to placements, but you don't get punished if you're placing in that bottom half. 4th through 8th, all receiving the same amount of prize money in each one of the matches.
Yes, everyone is a winner, so you really have to fight until the end, regardless if you're in the lead or not. This is why these guys are going for it, because this is life-changing prize money on the line.
And I mean, we've seen the difference 10 seconds in that center circle. 120 right there, it makes a huge difference, but enough of us breaking it down. We're going to throw it outside to Bala, because he's going to show us what's up with this action. Bala, what do you got for us?
I'm out here at the fan festival, and I don't have a bandwagon here, but maybe after this set I'll have to hop on somewhere with Monster. We got a ton of awesome action. I've been watching it, and I have to show you guys what went down in that first and second. First off, the Llama Records Company started off with an amazing take, cohesiveness on the point. Every single time they went up here, they were going from 2 sides, 2 angles, and the sword approached at the center, but made sure that he was the most important person not to go down. You see there, Blood and his teammates all backing up. He's going to have an engagement on the side. These sword fights are really easy for him to just mow it down, but immediately as he realizes his teammates are up on the point, about to get up, about to push the ramp, he comes up from the side, slices and dices, but meanwhile, they ended up falling down the leaderboard. You look right now where they're at, they're only in 2nd place. Fishman was ahead of them. But all while Scissors was dancing and talking all the smack, telling his teammates to try to get the crowd involved, it was Llama Records Company making the plan, making the play to get in towards the center. Absolutely amazing take in the center on this first.
do you send somebody to just hard deny the Funky Fighters the entire time? You don't get the Silver Llama if you don't, right? If the Funky Fighters finish above you, they're going to be finished off. Do you think they can spare somebody to do that, though? Because it's better off to deny them than it is to push up the top.
Yeah, but the problem is then, the Little Whip Warriors have been so consistent, you literally allowed them to snipe the competition because you over-focus. So I think the play here is play your game, and if anything, stay away from them. Let the rest of the server do that, gritty work for you and dominate the other side. Take that victory.
There you go. I like to hear it, Monster. That's fantastic analysis. It's why we keep you around. The breakdown and making sure you challenge the initial opinion there as the Ravens Revenge are able to get on the top and in a fantastic spot of control right now, building up a 40-point lead.
Yeah, even like Gotaga's team is still in this. They've been doing like relatively well so far. Here it is. He just kind of goes toe-to-toe and Ninja strikes him right down. Oh, but hey, his teammate comes on in. Ravens Revenge. Who is that? Magma comes right up to the top. And give you guys a little fun fact about Magma. He's from Australia. He started playing in Fortnite Season 2. Favorite aspect of speedrunning. Always finds
I mean, good on him, man. I would get incredibly frustrated by that, but then watching these guys do the speed runs and how quickly they go through and how efficiently, it just reminds me why we're up here talking about it and watching them do this matches.
Wer eigentlich nur die Spitzhacke und die Lackierung haben. Die Spitzhacke und die Lackierung.
But we talked about how we want to see more from them right now, pushing into the top three.
Yes, the Cuddle Crew, come on, make a big appearance. Every game is worth so much. You at the very least want to be up in that top 4 contention so that you can take a little bit more. Here it is, Ninja disengages, actually just takes down Magma. And hey, I like the strat here. He says, you know what, I got low health, let's just get back on this respawn wagon. Doesn't even give anyone the satisfaction of stealing the siphon.
I was about to say, no siphon, no materials, quick reset, knows he can get out there, was basically in his spawn anyway. That is the type of competitive edge Ninja always looks to give himself.
I love that. That was like 200 IQs low-key right there. It was very well played. But back to Gotaga and Hand of Blood here in the same shot. Hand of Blood just, he can't do much. He knows there's a team up there. Waits for his entire squad to go up the ramp and then hops right to the top. But now back to Gotaga, who's on this point by himself. He wants to kind of bait him into the close. Can he get the hit? And he does. Gotaga goes right down, straight to the top.
That was sick, using the jump right as the animation had started to make sure he flipped him from the bottom, dodged the Funky Fresh Fighter out. Gotaga now getting pinned from the side. 3 of the Funky Fresh Fighters up there doing everything they can, and the shots will come out. Trying to find it, and Gracious coming back up to try and get some defense there for Gotaga, instead just going to disengage.
And it's actually prime movement right there as well. You just see him baiting and switching, going back and forth, trying to get in there, see if he can kind of sneak in and get some extra damage. And here it is, someone's in front of him. He only needs 2 sweats. He goes down, he gets the siphon. Oh, cannot convert another, which would have kept him in the game. His teammates are here.
We're seeing a lot more points being scored. It's a little more top-heavy this game, going towards the 10-minute mark right now, with Ravens Revenge and Llama record go 100 points clear of the rest of the field.
Unfortunately, though, the Funky Fighters have fell to the bottom of the totem pole. If they can't come up to the top, they actually are pushing themselves way out of the average, running for the win of this set. So they really need a massive comeback here. But Savenos is showing why he's here with 13 eliminations already. And bye-bye, falls down. Lucky for him, don't fall down.
Yeah, it does reset, and that might be one of those moments where you opt for deny, and in fact, he does saying, hey, I'm not 5 HP anyway. I'll stay in a bit, I'm going to respawn.
Smart play for him. Sunshine Soldiers having a spot to themselves as well right now. Not quite sure who they pushed out here, but the impulse are flying overhead. And Gotaga, they're doing so good at holding the point here, and this is why they're in the #1 lead. They don't have too much cushion to play with.
No, particularly when 12 points per second on that central point is open. Gotaga checking its surroundings, no shots coming through, and RTA actually using the door edit and just a little counter edit to make sure that nobody is able to come up and contest them and just start raining shots down towards the Little Whip Warriors. Ravens event making their life difficult this game, but up comes Ninja. RTA goes down, goes down, Ninja gets the slam. Gotaga really be able to find the last hit. Ninja intelligently backs away and straightens out. His teammate picks that one up, and they get control.
Yeah, I love how he played that, stepping and sidestepping so that he can just stay alive, because it doesn't matter if your team successfully wipes a point. If you don't have your captain there to seal the deal for the points afterwards, and you cannot earn anything from it. Here comes Gotaga, throwing himself into the fire, straight into the point there. And he gets taken out. Here it is. Tamaya's team has fallen to last place. Can they make the miraculous comeback here before the 7-minute mark? Maybe kind of get themselves in the running. They're trying their hardest.
And I mean, generally we talk about caster curses. It might be like player jinxes going on right now. Everyone's saying, yeah, we're doing well. We're going to stick to our game plan.
That just shows you no one is safe here. These guys are evolving, and they're playing a better game after game. Here goes Scissors. He needs one more swipe there, but Clitax wins the small engagement.
Clitax has been fragging out and playing so incredibly well, being aggressive, getting in players' faces, and doing it all with that rare attack, but he's been consistently highest up there in terms of Elam. You see Portugal trying to get some pressure down, but good defensive building there from Kororo. Ryan Frantic comes out the side and cleans it up, but there is Hand of Blood coming directly down. Danya is also up there. We got a three-way battle, but it's 4 chickens saying, this is our roost, get out.
That's right, coming right up to own it all for themselves. Rubius doing so good right now. He's from Spain. He actually has a record on, what's it, YouTube for live streaming? 1.1 million viewers, imagine.
Yes, one of the biggest content creators in Spain. Will they be able to push down towards the middle? As you can see, Little Whip and Llama Record Company already down there. We've seen this story before as the Funky French Fighters go in, but you can barely even hear the shots over the impulse grenades going up as everyone's like, no, we've seen how this goes.
The Funky Fighters need this. The Llama Record Company need this. So many of these guys, it's riding on this game right here. They have to get as many points as possible.
But even with the 12-point one, we haven't seen a lead like this from Okage. They're nearly 300 points clear of the next team. Nobody else is contesting there. The Cuddle Crew has now been able to catch up a little bit, but they both just established control in their top zone. And Cuddle Crew won't pass Raven's Revenge by just sticking with 3 points. It's a fantastic spot to win this match.
Yeah, they've actually been very consistent as well. Pretty good job at staying relevant after all of these rounds. So if Gotaga's team takes this, we actually don't know who can take this set right now. It's actually that close right here. Little Whip Warriors have kind of fallen down a bit here, but the Funky Fighters clearly not good.
And now, right now, you can see Tomoya coming in, doing everything he can. Artifix challenging as best he can, and Lachlan is just hanging out inside the home.
Lachlan's doing a great job here. He's just kind of hiding, loving the low profile, kind of like instinct here on the point. He goes hidden, but hey, catch him out now to get themselves 3 chickens. Surrounding the takedown.
They're supposed to be the tender. A whole bunch of aggression coming out from them there as they now immediately look and start to take shots. And the Ravens Revenge have now finally been unseated from their 3-point game. So a little bit of room to start for the catch-up, but it is utter chaos in point D as Tomoya gets taken down and the Funky Fighters are still in 8th place.
There's still 55,000 minimal on this game alone here. You want to win this one. Ravens Revenge, can they hold it? Or will Cuddle Crew find themselves a big piece of the pie here? We're in New York City, man. You gotta make a piece of references. That's how we're doing it. Here goes Todd and kind of hopping on overhead. And all right, he got 4 points. It's hard scoring.
Unfortunate there, just clipping off the side as Magma goes down, sitting on 23 eliminations right now. Gaga doing his best to find where they want to go up, waiting for his miss, but knowing that time is running short since that middle is still open to be constantly tested. But the Cuddle Crew catching up with steady speed. But now Gaga goes up right around the back end to pick up the unit and control his rest.
Scary because the Cuddle Crew is also getting the lead right now. So yes, they're getting the lead, but the Cuddle Crew is keeping up and keeping it very close. They're keeping it very close.
And this is what we were talking about. We wanted to see a strategy come out, something defensive where you can get your control. They have now walled them off on each side, thrown a cone on top of them, and they have firing angles towards the other 2 platforms and towards the spawns behind them. Nobody wants to go contested, but right now, Gotaga. Oh, we saw what happened when Scissors did that. Don't count your chickens before they hatch because they're catching up right now. You can see that 12 points ticking over, but they do still have a lead as players are trying their best to deny Ravens Revenge.
Yes, you have to keep him safe. This is the protective President strat at its finest. Cuddle Crew still gaining points. Llama Records still getting points. In comes the fire from all the other platforms. Cuddle Crew's putting on pressure. They don't want to give him the freebie here.
You have to look at Raven's Revenge, though. Everybody is so focused on the middle. Nobody is going and challenging the top team. You know they're over there. You know they're uncontested right now. You have to be putting shots down there. You have to find the tags under Gotaga. And they got him. They got him. The difference now. Look at the Cuddle Crew climbing up on their consistent 3, but they still have control of the top. They just don't have their sword. It's 2 hops to get up there.
That's right, and now Lackland can just sit here. He can just hang out, earn these points. This is what he needs to do. And he's almost there. He is almost there. The first place can be his. Or like his down.
But they got control at the same time. It's literally taking over. They have to win the shots are going. Cuddle Crew has to lead them. Will the shot be able to go to? Yeah, Cuddle Crew can take it down. 999. 1,000. Gotaga and Raven's Revenge in the closest nail biter yet. Edge out the Cuddle Crew in 2 teams who we said we wanted to see more. They brought more.
Are you kidding me? The Fish fam step up and shut it down. Just the fact they stepped on the point, they couldn't earn points if they lost. They were just a kick ahead and could have won their game.
It's just the replay in the top right. Going up and challenging. You can see them hopping up there. No one was at the Ravens' Revenge as soon as they were there. And the celebration too. You have to be excited when you see that victory royale screen pop off when you're up there. I mean, what's it like to win a game on that stage? I have no idea. Those guys do, though.
We you know, at some point before the day's over, we really got to recap the other point of a point of view there, because they were 1 tick ahead. They were there, knocking on the 55,000 away from the bonus prize on top of this competition. It was there,
and it got taken. This is why I love seeing the clutch moments, the interactions that happen. Similar to Battle Royale, every single thing that is happening on the map can affect the overall end result of the game. As you see there in Raven's Revenge, closing it out. Gotaga, the competitive veteran, able to clutch it up in the final moments. Magma, Artier, and Chappie as well. Just a great performance out of them, taking the top spot in the final match of the first set.
You know, I was right the whole time. I started off, Raven's Revenge, kind of making me feel like, hey, these are my guys. Let's go with your gut, guys, all right? Raven's Revenge, that's who I said started this whole thing. I told you.
You know, he's not wrong. They were able to take it there, but we're going to throw it up top to an interview with Raven's Revenge with Zeke. Zeke, you there, buddy?
I am here for nothing as much. Back say Raven's Revenge would win. I am here. You guys got your revenge. I gotta ask, first question to you, Gotaga. How does it feel to be here in the stadium, the fans, the roar, and to be against your peers? Was it what you expected?
Honestly, it's crazy, and I have a really strong team. We are learning a lot from our mistakes, and I'm so glad to be here, to be honest. That's, I don't know how to describe it. Like,
it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. All right, so now who's the overall top? You?
Kind of all 4 of us. We were playing too afraid at first, so we just had to.
Okay, what strategy you like? You guys, you know, talking through at the beginning. Are you guys waiting for someone else to make a move, or are you guys like, no, we're going in?
Really pressure Ninja's team. You know, we're trying to put pressure on that green point, and yeah, we were able to control it over them. They ended up pushing off over to the center, and yeah, we were able to play our game and play what we wanted.
Awesome. All right, I want to say to all the fans that are here watching, cheering you guys on, and from home.
you know, it's just incredible. I'm happy that so many people are here. I don't know, just enjoying the show. It's amazing, honestly.
Well, congratulations, guys. Now, for now, we're going to send it over to Golden Boy, who is standing by.
Going on there, and now right now, hanging out as they walk back over. Just brilliantly done there from RT, Magma, Chappie, Gotaga. The teamwork from them was just awesome. You talked about it, all 4 strong players from Gotaga. Happy with the final result, and that puts them immediately into contention because it's cumulative prize point to find out who will take that first silver llama and kind of get a leg up for the rest of the tournament.
I actually want to touch on something that, you know, is kind of interesting. You call Ninja's capture point the green point. These guys are like focus here. He's like, okay, we know who's kind of farming which ones. They're shutting players down, shutting down their competition so that they can take these sets.
Well, that's the next step, right? As soon as you're immediately in there, and that's the big part for Sky Station that I enjoy, is you have the ability to see where the other opponents are in relation to you for score. If you want to go and try and make somebody's life difficult, you might not be maximizing your points, but you can effectively help your team the most by just denying the other guys and being like, hey, you don't get to play this. And occasionally, if you put enough pressure on them, maybe they default to rotating the other way. Maybe they go somewhere longer. Maybe they have to wait and only pushes forward. All of those are advantages you can get by just putting pressure on the other team. And there's so many different layers, and I think when we see the remix for this, it's going to get even more exciting.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, here and at home, there's a remix version. We have some nice twists and surprise that we will see unfold as the day goes on. That was just our first iteration of this round, and honestly, it was a great set. But that just leaves us with the question, too. The Funky Fighters, they had an amazing opening, right? Second place is great. You get big prize bonus for that. You win game 2, and then you kind of flop game 3. Depending on where they went, their average might have really been anchored down.
Yeah, that ends up being really, really
Our, toe-to-toe PvP sessions, that's actually crazy. And here's the team standings.
Yeah, look at the final team standings. So Llama Record Code do just get edged out by $1,500 there. The Funky Fighters, you can see on the right-hand side, have been awarded that silver. Llama rounding it out. You have Raven's Bench in the top 3. Cuddle Crew and Little Whip Warriors both at 55, sitting in 4th and 5th. Fish Fam, Sunshine Soldiers, I almost got that one, 6 and 7, and then 8 there are the Chicken Champions. But this is set 1 of 4. There's still tons of creative games to be going on. I mean, it's been so good, and like we talked about earlier, we have a never-before-seen map and game mode for you guys. Now, I know we released Prop Hunt. It's something that's kind of similar to that. How many of you guys have played Red Light, Green Light at some point in time, right? You've been there, you've done it. I know, whether it might have been a little while ago. Junkyard Juke is a red light, green light prop hunt version where you will have 2 teams sitting up as guards, 6 teams running. It will rotate through every single one of the rounds, and here you can see how to win. You have to dodge those guards, sprint into the center, and incinerate yourself in order to get those points. There are 4 rounds per match, Monster, and how do they score?
Yeah, but also, before we get there, you only get to be guard once. And while you're guard, you do not accumulate points. But yes, the points come in through the props themselves. So when you are on the prop side, you want to choose small, medium, or large objects and try and get it to the incinerator under the guard tower. So it's actually really difficult, and like you said, it's a hybrid. It's a red light, green light, slash prop hunt style. This is a pretty tough game mode. We played a fair amount of it. I got my hands on it. This is actually a lot harder than it kind of sounds.
So it's something that is just completely different. I don't know how many of you guys have played Prop Hunt. Definitely check it out. It's on the Creative Islands. It's a lot of fun, but this brings an additional aspect to it. The guards are able to have the denial. You're able to plan routes out, and you can have strategies, right? So, hey, maybe I want to run all big props the whole time.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
There's tons of different things. Let's check out the format and see what these guys, how they're going to go through, what the map looks like, and really get an idea of how the game is played.
Get ready for more creative Fortnite with the latest competitive creative map, Junkyard Juke. New game builds off the fun of Prop Hunt with a twist. 18 will rotate through different ways of the map.
So viel leichter eigentlich.
Just a level of ridiculousness that I enjoy so much. Just seeing somebody turn themselves into a literal dumpster and then try and weave their way past, it's a lot of fun.
Let the memes come to life here as your favorite.
Whoa, you talking about my gameplay again? God,
turn them into dumpsters, literally. We'll get to see that unfold here. As I gotta say, this is a frustrating game mode. It's very difficult. You guys are gonna see why. It is gonna be tough for some of these guys to bring in those big point objects, and that's just gonna be the name of it. Who can score the most here?
Who can score, and how well are you playing defense? How well do you coordinate? Who's watching the right angles? And it's again, it's gonna be interesting to see. Do they switch up their strategy after from game 1 to game 2? Because there's so many different things you can do. But we are about to have the world premiere of Junkyard Juke. We're getting into set number 2. The Funky Fighters have 1 silver llama. Who will get the second? We now are in to set 2, match 1. And right away, you can see Chappa, Gotaga, Magma, and RTA of Raven's Revenge. And then the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja, Taco, Taldak, and FaZe Kaz taking their shots off. Now, fun fact, the screens are there. You can't see, but you can shoot through them. So don't be afraid to take some shots. I mean, we know the trick shotters will.
Yeah, some people are already shooting. They figured that part out. But it looks like Chappie hasn't quite yet. He's kind of looking. He's just blind shooting. Oh, there it is. Now he's firing through. He's noticed, hey, these are not ricocheting off of this curtain here. I can fire right on through. So you want to stop him. You want to force stop him. You want to also kind of memorize the map in the link.
And right away, you can see as soon as the climbs go down, people know that the first points are starting to come through as Blocker is able to get in. And the Bloods team, the Llama Record Co. also able to get a 10 some of the props having successful runs.
Look at him go. There it is. He saw a big old truck kind of sneak on by. He's objects are slipping right underneath. But who knows how long that'll last. Here's Scissors. You gotta park it. You gotta stay still. Oh, can he blend in?
And one other thing you can note there, the props will clip through other objects that are there. So if you see something that isn't sitting perfectly naturally, like Scissors was, right there, clipped into it, boom, got him brilliantly done. Rockwood hits one of those bounce pads that are stuck in there. They will launch you up in the air, but great run coming out from X Sandy and Tomoya, utilizing the air conditioners to find their way to the end. Benson and Alex JJ desperately trying to get it. Alex JJ with another 10-point prop, and Hand of Blood gets picked up just before. That would have been a huge swing, but right now, Sunshine Soldiers in first place with 35 points.
They are finding their rhythm here. Sunshine Soldiers taking the lead right now. This is a hard game mode to break free in because you got to think about it. These guards are not playing around. They are shooters, right, at heart. And at the end of the day, if something looks off, something looks odd, like this white vent right here, you're just going to get popped. So you got to be careful here. And there it is. Nice job of, kind of hitting the brakes here. And, oh, he hits one of those trap doors. Let's talk about that, Sundown.
So you can actually see it
Also
there.
bei dem
The
Monster nicht
little
tanzen.
tiny springs, they launch you upward. There's a couple that can be chained into each other. But if you are one of those bigger objects and you get sent up, you are just quite literally sometimes flying garbage.
Yeah. But, it would be too easy if we didn't lay traps around, right? So, got to kind of spice it up for the people that are turned into props, too.
So you can also, actually, the people who can turn into props, there's one pathway where you can chain two of them together. So if you can get there, you almost lay directly in front of it. So as long as you time it correctly, you can use them slightly to your advantage, but most of the time they're a little bit more annoying. And boom, you can see that rusted truck going in. And now the Funky Fighters pulling out another lead, 60 points so far.
And this is something important to note, guys. You have to get it into the incinerator, fully processed before the timer counts down, or else your point will not be processed.
Which is a big thing on the min-maxing. What we mean by that is maximizing your efficiency. So if you were to get the most points possible, you run only 10 points the entire time. Not only because they're worth more, but they take less time to sort because they're the first one that goes through. The two-point props are able to run, I don't want to say relatively easier, but much easier compared to a jump into card, particularly because you have cover. With that being said, take about an extra 3 to 4 seconds to sort, so it makes it that much less efficient, plus being only 20%.
So Flytax there is a big object. Hachin and Sound over here. Smaller objects. They're kind of blending right into all of the dumpster trash. Clearly harder to track down and kind of, I guess, how do I say this? Sort out, right? Yeah. Amongst all the clutter here.
Exactly. You want things that don't stick out, or you want to find
Ja, den
a
habe ich
path
schon.
for an object that you can take all the time. So you notice how there's a section where there's like 4 or 5 rusted cars. Grab a rusted car and go park yourself with those, because yes, the guy knows, oh, there's a bunch of rusted cars there. Screen goes back up. Oh, there's still a bunch of rusted cars there. I'm good. Next thing you know, the prop walks his way up. You can also, as you're running, walk rotation. So if you hit your crouch button, whatever you had that bound to, whether you're playing on controller, iPad, PC, all of them end up completely stopping, so it'll send you totally naturally, just like what you would see.
And this is also those moments, right, when you're in the guard, oh, someone spotted there, popped him. Tomoya, nice job seeing something out of the ordinary, but notice he gets an elimination on the object. You don't earn points for that, so it's just your job to stop everyone from getting any kind of points, so don't break away with the lead. When you're in the guard tower, you can't allow the group to score, and you're not scoring.
Which can end up being very interesting if the team in the lead, which generally happens because you have 3 chances to score, is shooting last round, right? Because then it's all about how good are your pressure. And one other thing you can see, starting to fire through the screens, very well done for them, picking up an elim there. But right now, Kadoku already resting the lead away. All 3 of them sitting there at 60, but they're 5-point processes, and it goes through as 2 more dumpsters throw themselves into the fray.
Yeah, and that's because the Funky Fighters cannot earn points here in the guard round. The Sunshine Soldiers using this opportunity once again to just break away even closer to taking lead. And the Chicken Chambers can earn it.
I love that from Flytax right away, hides himself behind the box, and you see his hands, he's like, please make sure it's not there, and then boom, gets the point, gets a nice little selfie going in, and you can see all of them getting sorted there. Another way, I'm all about the min-maxing, point your camera towards the end, you go just a little bit faster.
Sundown pulling out the strats here. The question is, can our competitors figure it out fast enough with their limits teams here? But 20 seconds on the clock. Can he get this in time? Remember, you gotta grab the dumpster, drop the dumpster, and get it processed. That was perfect.
That was so good by Stuart000 because he dodged the little springboard there. You saw him look at it and be like, oh, no, I'm good. And that was the last run. None of these props are going to be able to get sorted. Lotto gets picked out at the end. You can see 3, 2, 1, but not going to be enough. You need to get all the way through and sorted on the point as the rest of the denial comes through, and we're going to rotate the guards up again.
Yes, so we will have some new guards take their place. This is honestly Chicken Champion's opportunity to start scoring some points and hopefully close up the gap here. The Sunshine Soldiers are now at the bottom layer of the guard tower, and the Fish Man. So it is time
fighters right now. They are great. They're very close, and on top of that, they're the team with the silver llama. As we talked about, they are so incredibly close, doing everything they can to push towards the top. And you can see they got a lot of elims too in the round where they were playing defense. So not a ton of scoring going past them. Only 35 points off the pace. But what I'm shocked about right now is there is nobody running 2-point props at all. 0.
Tamori is a genius. He was already spotted out for the statue. He kind of hit over to the side and said, you know what, I kind of got to wait here. I can't park this statue out in the open. He's going to be hunting for me. And that's exactly what he does. Kind of sits it over on the side there. And that's how he earns himself another point. So they're actually playing very, very smart here. And that's why they've been doing so good at these competitions.
I think the guards need to be slightly more aggressive. There's unlimited ammunition. You can't run out. Oh. If you think something is suspicious, or if you just want to take a shot at it, it's just a shot. What's the worst case that happens? You there's no accuracy stats going on there. If something looks suspicious, don't let it through. You're the guards, and you want to deny as much as possible and to get every match for $55,000 for the winning team. You want that, and that will lead into the llamas as well. You don't want to end up in that 4th to 8th spot. You want to push past your competitors as we see a whole mess of air conditioners going in there. The water meters in. It was fantastic for Ravens Revenge. The Llama Record Co. are also finding their way up the leaderboard, 110 points so far.
Great job for the Llama Record Company. Alex, JJ, Carnifex, Venos, and End of Blood doing great right here as they seemingly inch their way to the top somehow, overtaking the Cuddle Crew. Which, by the way, Laughing's team has been showing up here. It's good to see them, catch a little bit of domination here in this Junkyard Juke.
Well, like we said, the creative finals is all about celebrating the different types of creative skills. There's different ways to express that. We have the World Run where it's there. We saw Sky Station Showdown, which shows off building in team tactics. And right now, Prop Hunt is all about min-maxing efficiency, working together, and hitting your shots.
Yeah, absolutely, because when you're in that guard tower, you don't have opportunity to break free and break away with the lead. So look at Svenos here. It's that bullseye, just kind of blending right in.
The archery target, there's a lot of them out there. Really?
He's floating up there.
You can see kind of like the look on his face. He's like, there's no way this works. And one other thing to talk about is orientation of your prop. You notice he actually swapped his camera and pointed in the other direction. Unfortunately, was clipping into the trash bag there. But if you're running forward, your prop faces backwards. So you need to run and then turn, settle yourself. That's the best way, or you orient yourself around the stuff that's near you. Because if you're facing in a totally random direction, that'll earn a bullet in most circumstances.
I love how aggressive they were in the final moments. The clock was,
you gotta go.
Yeah, the clock was ticking. They're like, you know what, we gotta get in here. But that was round 3. It's kind of going either which way. So if you had your shot at the guard tower, this is your last opportunity. You're in a guard tower. That's all the points you got. That's it. They have to hold strong.
So this is where it really comes to mind who is running, who is in the tower, and what does the scoreboard look like. So right now we can see right away Llama Record Co. is up there, and I believe it's with, I didn't see who that other team was when we pan back over all that out. Llama Record Co. is in first right now, and I think Cuddle Crew is with them as well. So it's typical that the top 2 would be up there, and it is. The top 2 teams are in the guard tower. So right now, everyone needs to understand this, otherwise they will take this first match of set 2.
I'll be honest. Chicken Champions, you got to bring these big items through and do it successfully with the limited time left in this round right here. Because if not, it's going to be hard to catch up to that 150.
We're starting to see a little bit more consistency right there. And look at Svenos shooting. He's just shooting everything. He's not worried in terms of going through there. Does get one elim, fires the shots out going through, trying to look at just anything that he thinks doesn't look normal. Anything that maybe not have been there before.
That's one of my favorite things, watching him just shoot the boxes like, what's that? Was that there? Was that there? Was that there? Was that there? He's just taking his shots. That's exactly what you got to do here if you want to hold this lead here. That's why they're done. You can see no hesitation really coming out of it, and that's why they have to see right. It's great.
But the funky fighters, we talked about it, eyes on them, already up to 120. One more 10-point drop will put them back. And unfortunately, Ninja does get hit on the springboard, but gets in anyway, so just a little bit of time loss. A great shot from Lachlan. My lord, I barely even saw that.
Poor Turtle from Australia hit a springboard, and Lachlan shut that down. His fellow Australian brother right there. Very nicely done. You don't want to hit those springboards, man.
And now you can see 125 from the Funky Fighters. They're doing everything they can to overtake. They want this match victory. They want to keep the momentum rolling, but the Cutover is doing a great job of picking up targets. The recent time is even that much more efficient, but unfortunately not finding anything.
Not timing his kind of rotations and reload properly. Notice he's not also utilizing this the curtain factor there. He's kind of holding himself back. That's why you saw him a couple elims right there, but gotta put that pressure now, lock down these lanes so that they don't just get like free rotations through, right?
And again, we talked about it a little bit. I'm very surprised nobody is consistently running 2-point shots. Get them in close to every run if you pick the right path and you take the covered angles. It's very difficult to stop them, particularly with the smaller hitbox. But so far, we've only seen 2 shots.
Yep, and I like that. Cuddle Crew right there, 130 points. This is their time. Cuddle Crew still doing really good. You know, I feel so good. Chicken Champion comes up out of nowhere, takes that one right away.
Able to get him there, and now the Funky Fighters 5 points out. Anything going in will be enough, and the time ticks over. They didn't in there. Oh, did they get it in there? They might have got the 5-point right at the end. No, it wasn't enough. Llama Record Co. on the defense says lock it up. We good. Brilliantly done from them. And that's what I'm talking about. When you're sitting there on defense, you know exactly how long you need to keep them out. Exactly what you need to do in order to take the victory. And no surprise there. The guys who are all about apocalypse game mode during the creative trials, able to take home the very first match ever on Junkyard Juke.
Most well played, valiant effort for everyone that participated in that run right there. And it was a close one. 150 points to the contender having 145. Just 1 point. One small radius.
And this is talking about where if you had one person who was running just 2-point drops and got their successful runs at the end, they would have it. That's 3 successful runs. That takes about a minute. You could have collected it.
So go ahead. Some of these guys need a little help here. Let's redo this. What would you suggest?
I don't want to say suggest, but I had an opportunity to play a decent amount of it. I'm a big fan of kind of adjusting based off of the scoreline. So if you're seeing you're able to consistently keep running 2-point props, get the guaranteed points. If somebody's playing really good defense and you're not getting 10-point props in, you need to pivot away from that strategy. Because again, any points at all is better than none, and particularly if you waste a run on a dumpster where the entire time you're going, and then you're stopping, and then you're going, and then you're stopping. Eventually, even if you get all the way to the end, sometimes it's not enough, right? And then you've wasted that 35, 45 seconds, 3 rotations to get just there, whereas you could have grabbed the burger, grabbed the bucket, and ran the entire time, weaved around, trying to like catch a good area, as we saw with the statue, able to hide around a corner. So would love to see in the next match a little bit more, I don't want to say like determination going into it, but be a little bit more deliberate.
That's right, but let's go on and hear from some of the deliberate actions over with Zeke, down with our winners.
What's up, guys? I'm hanging out with the Llama Record Company. They took away the prop line 5-point lead. You guys locked it up at the very end. And one person I want to call out specifically is this man right here, Svenos. Very tall, tallest man on the planet. It feels like this guy is a very good pick for your team. And I want to know why him, and then also why
Yeah, I mean, I picked all those guys because this game mode is all about skill. There are no random things in it. You need good aim, you need decision making for sure. And Svenos, I mean, he's like Spano. He really likes Spano. That's kind of the best city in the world, and that's why I picked him first, for example.
Okay, now Svenos, I'm going to put you on blast for a second because we've known each other quite a while. I like to believe that your creativity is what allowed you to win. Let's think back to the time where you wore an entire green outfit and you danced and had a galaxy over yourself. Do you feel like that galaxy and that kind of creativity helped you get this dub?
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I think people at home that watched, you guys probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go over this way now. What do you think about that game? Was it what you expected? Was it different? Did it catch off guard? Were you ready to just jump into it?
It's enjoyable.
Haben die denn reingebracht? Wow. Haben die denn? Warum bringen die diesen Skin rein? Also ich gehe jetzt Wikingerdorf, dann kannst du zu dem an der Rennbahn gehen, okay? Da sind schon mal 2, dann 7, dann fehlen noch 3.
Bluetooth mode.
Second time you will have seen Junkyard Juke, and let's see who is able to push on. The match is about to start. Here we go, the creative finals at the Fortnite World Cup, set 2, match 2 of Junkyard Juke.
That's right, so in the tower, we have Ninja's team, the Little, Whip, Warriors, Taco, Gaz, Chowda. We're jumping straight into their POV. You notice he's just firing right through those blinds. He saw something moving back there. He's trying to pinpoint. What was it? Does, of course, track him down with Sport Turtle. Just a little pixel. You know, you stand out, you're going to get popped here.
He needs to make sure he's still watching his left-hand side, though. There is a whole run on that corner right now where people would be able to come out, and now all of a sudden you see Alex JJ, Tyler, Ryan Fanta, MSYB all heading that direction. Nobody is checking that corner. He's checking it every now and then, but he's primarily aiming on the right. And right as I say that now, looks back on over as the rush comes through, but MSYB and Rubius are able to get in. Really done from them, getting the first points on the board as the Funky Fighters again are able to pull out to a decent lead.
What do you think? Would you rather be in the guard tower first and kind of get that out the way? Or would you prefer to kind of jump in as a prop and get your points first?
So for me, it depends if I can get a lead. If I have a lead, obviously I want to be a guard tower at the end because I'm very confident in my ability to just spam shots in the right direction because I know like I can find the sight line and all that. With that being said, if you can get in the guard tower early and do incredibly well, it gives you the bonus. You know how many points you need to get. You know how consistent and fast you can run. And right now we're seeing a lot more 5-point props than last round. People consistently trying to get those in, recognizing, hey, they're a little bit quicker. People are finding their angles now. But as I say, that Achi with the Sunshine Soldiers gets in that truck. 10 points going over to them, and 15 actually, as a 5-pointer got sorted right at the same time.
That was perfect, yeah. And the Sunshine Soldiers had a great last run. Achin and his crew really pulled it together. They were at the top for a while there, but in those final moments, we saw the Chicken Champions take away and kind of break away. And now look, no surprise, Chicken Champions, they're feeling it. They found their rhythm towards the end of the last one. If they carry that over, it's going to be a close one.
Carnifex hits the jump pad twice over there, doing everything. Doesn't get the teddy bear in. 10 points going through, and Clytex gets picked right
through the Korean Taco. Is like, you know what? I'm going to check the close area. Look at Jackson as well. He's actually eliminated 9 props so far, so he is really firing away here, trying to see if anyone's trying to make a mad dash while the Koreans are up and Sammy gets caught right there.
20 seconds left, so players need to start running in. They're going good shots, coming out from tracking, get it there, keep the reload up. Saw the front over on the side, Steve able to pick that one up, moving out for the smaller pops on the side. Hugo was moving, just wants fired up, when he can. They should be able to get the defense, but there goes the bucket. Oh, the characters are hard to hit. There goes, able to pick it up just at the last second. Good attack from Tutu, you can see the points. Across players so far, 5 and 10 point drops all the way.
The way to go, inch your way up and over to that victory there. But that was just the first round of the 14th. Round 2 is going to begin. What's going to happen now is, again, the guard tower is going to mix up. We're going to see new players in the guard tower, and then the other players are back on the prop.
Yes, you get 1 round, 3 rounds running as the props, and you can see right away now have the Funky Fighters on top of the shots go out as soon as the blinds go down, not letting anything happen as the props march their way out of spawn.
This is fun right here. I love watching these trucks waddle about, really trying to find their way, and they see the light go to change, plant themselves down, and back out to the field here.
Definitely trying to avoid. Oh, there's no way. You gotta shoot 1 and 2. Shots are going towards it, but right now Zan trying to get that cuddly cute teddy bear into the incinerator. Not the sentence I ever thought I would say there. As the archer is now doing everything he can, hits the bounce target twice, as Magma gets another good run and sneaks in under the shots.
That's right. This is just getting closer and closer. So we have a 3-way tie now. The Fishman, Llama Record Company, the Cuddle Crew, all at the top here, and it's still a very close game so far. Dan Yan right here from the Sunshine Soldiers, peeking around, using that camera angle, trying to see when it's time. Wants to waste no time here. Bat, it goes down and off to the races she goes. But will it change? Yep. Actually, stops early too. You know what? I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to stop before the curtain comes up.
She has to be having a blast right now. She says one of her favorite things about creative mode is kind of the wacky and Waynian situations you get into, particularly like prop hunt. So this must be a game mode that she's doing incredibly well and enjoying herself in. As you can see there, her team is able to get a couple of props in there. Go Target and Clytex try to make the final little sprint. Hand of Blood gets another 10 points over, as does Taco with a 5-point statue there. Scissors is hanging around on the side there. Go through. No, I did not mean to call you trash. You just are a dumpster now, quite literally.
Quite literally, but oh, the rage. I read the lips. He said, I was so mad. He got taken out right there. And I like this. Let's see how he decides. He's going for those 10 points, though. Notice he went straight to the right for the big objects. That's the risk.
That's what it was about. That's what happens. You need to be careful not only of the fact you're bigger, easier to see while you're moving, but you need to find a blank space in order to set down. Can't be clipping into anything else with 45 seconds remaining in round 2. And you can see Spedos a minute before the guard looked at him. He's like, I don't know. I'm out. Right there. And right now, relatively top heavy. 70-70. And as I said, Fishman does get their 80th point, but Lachlan hanging out on top of the rubble. 28 seconds left. Does find an angle.
You know, he actually didn't park either. He just jumped on top of it. You know, I haven't been to this section here where all the vehicles are.
This is the section I'm talking about where you can grab a burger in a bucket, go out, and not expose yourself except for during one period. And as long as you either full run the time through or you opt to sit still during that time, then you're good. You will score literally every single run. It's just you have to be a 2-point prop and you have to go to that exit.
Oh, Danyan right there, unfortunately, couldn't push through in those final moments there. And that was round 2 of 4. So we are looking to get into round 3 next. So they can earn some more points. And every single set matters, right? Every game matters. Because there's a lot of prize on the line.
Yes, every single match is scored. The top 4 will receive a gradient of money going from $55,000 down to 20, and then you have the 4th through 10th all receiving 10. That prize is then decided who will receive the silver llama. The Funky Fighters currently have one, but who will be able to prize with?
High-tax vehicle is way too big, buddy. You can't just be trying to squeeze it behind that. You can see the tail end of it. Here we have Benzor and Dracula close by one another. Benzor gets popped through the blinds there. Wait, he's gonna take a couple shots. He said, does this truck belong here? He missed it. For him, the bad aim and that moment right there is gonna allow him to sneak that big 10-point. No! He gets taken out. Right there, that's no points for him. 10 is huge in this mode too. It's very difficult to get a vehicle all the way through.
I mean, it's swingy, right? If you think about it, the last round was one with 150 points, right? So if you get a singular 10-point profit, that's not an insignificant percentage there. Like, that's going to be able to help your team. You also need to set your feet there as Kororo didn't hit the crouch button. It was like, I see you wiggling a little bit there. Yoink.
Ninja, Ryan, Fronta, Chappie, and many others still in the running here. Looking around, you see Tyler shooting straight through the curtain. It almost looks like he's beelining his shots down the aisle there, trying to see if he can get anyone trying to exit out. Zan sees the one pop up in the air, and I think he might have put that person out.
Nobody was watching that side. Fishman needs to communicate better right now. Nobody was calling the other side for that. Two teams able to get a decent run out, but right now, Llama still holding the lead, picking up 100 points, but don't forget, Fishman are up on top right now. All guards, which means they're not scoring points.
He's so fast. Ryan Franz is so fast here. Even moving it, he doesn't care. He's going all the way for it. But he's got to watch for traps. See the fear? He's like, you know what? I'm not even going to risk it. I'm going to wait here and get the secure.
Corner of the guard tower. Tries to go a little bit of natural cover, and he breaks that sight line up. If you're only staring out in one direction, it's super easy to be like, no, that car was not there. I know it was. If you're flipping back and forth across that corner piece, it just breaks up your field of view a little bit more, and it's that much harder to try and figure out what's actually going to happen.
Oh boy, is MSYB going to be able to sneak this huge chunk in? Oh, he actually hit something there. He's going to sneak it right underneath. Lucky for him, the shot did not come back in time. It's just a big archery target was almost enough to kind of block him from right there. Xenos gets another large object in as well. For the Llama record is fully processed here, so now he's at 130. And the Cutter Crew hold the lead here, though. Can they secure it? All the Llama record companies not scoring right now.
See Scissors hitting a ton of shots. They're trying to get the retribution at the guard, and now we're heading into our final round of match number 2. So we'll see who the guards are, see what the stakes are, and who will be able to first place, $55,000, and that much closer to Silver Llama number 2. And again, we have the Cuddle Crew and Llama Record Co. up on defense. Let's check that scoreboard in. Cuddle Crew, Llama Record Co. First, second, who will be able to overtake them, and they're so close to 5 points separating. It's a battle for first and second now.
Backlund and the rest of his team are trying their hardest. They have to stop people from scoring. The Chicken Champions get up. Easily snap this away, but now they know the Llama Record Company cannot. They can't take them over.
Ooh, I thought he was going to shoot the car. He knew it wasn't there. Nice. Finds the box right around the corner and then gets another one right at the time through the shade as Rubius is looking to post up there. Spanish YouTubers trying to find trying to lead this team, and they've overtaken the Llama Record Code with plenty of time and are tied to the Cuddle team. Any singular point now will put the Chicken Champions as our match 2 winner. They need one prop.
That's right, they're so close here. Magma trying to hop on. Who's going to be the Chicken Champions? Who's going to be?
They get 2-point prop. They have the scoreboard in front of them. They know they need only that. Do you think they run one in, or do you think they stay with what they're doing right now?
Honestly, I think they're just going to stay with what they're doing. It's working. Why break the formula here? They have over a minute to do so. And just like that, they are going to sneak in here.
That will be it, yes. Brilliantly done. They're overtaking them. And now the question is, can the Little Whip Warriors get enough in to catch them? It's a 25-point spread, but you can get that. You have 4 runners. You can get that in a single run if you're well coordinated enough. Will they be able to catch up, or can the Chicken Champions edge it out and be our match 2 victors?
That's right, because the Cuddle crew is now bumped out. The Chicken Champions are holding it. Little Whip Warriors have scored, though. 1 minute left here. Uh-oh. Raven's Revenge coming up as well, as is the Fish Fam. This is actually getting closer than we would have thought. They're close to pushing out the Cuddle crew and Llamas.
The 5 points there will be able to overtake. Don't forget, you don't want to end up 4th to 8th. It's all about at least breaking in the top 4, taking a little bit of the differentiation there in the prizing. But the Chicken Champions are pulling ahead. They're keeping that 25-point difference over between the Little Whip Warriors. Little Whip needs to find a coordinated run with 10-point props in these last 30 seconds. They're not going to get it. Meanwhile, Bensor running that statue and trying to lock up everything he can for the lead, and he's being extremely patient with it. Taking the corner run, finding everything he needs to do. Little Whip does get a 5 and a 10, and they're still now only 20 points behind the Bensor. Is going to be able to lock that one up from there. 5 points, 25, 15 seconds left. The Chicken Champions are sitting pretty.
Yes, that's right. If the Little Whip Warriors don't score big right now, all big problems is going to be all over in 3 seconds. And it's not going to be enough here because the Chicken Champions, they actually pushed the lead even further.
See what happened in the last second? They the 2-point prop. Hard ran all the way through, got it in, right? And then that pushed them from 4th into 3rd. When we talk about every little interaction mattering, that was it. But the Champions, one might be able to say that was excellent. They're able to defend that title for the match 2 victory and putting them in a good spot to contend for the set 2 loss.
You can see the excitement there on their faces as they just realize, hey man, we got this. We're in the running here. The Junkyard Juke could be
excited to be there. They stuck to the gameplay. And shout out to Bensor. The one thing he was looking forward to on this trip, he wanted to play in front of a big crowd. He got that moment, running through, securing that for the Chicken Champions. And immediate El Rubius turned to him and was like, it's all him, man. He put the team on his back or put the team in his dumpster. I don't know. That normally that wouldn't be a good thing, but in this circumstance, hey, it worked out for him.
Yeah, another prop to Kyoto as well. The only, or one of two controller players here, in the creative finals. So very nice of him to kind of represent for those guys as well. And again, just showing that he's got the moves out there.
He had the moves, was able to find the right angles, and now we've seen some developments from match 1 to match 2.
Yep.
What was the big thing that stuck out from you that was different?
In that last one, honestly, finally seeing someone pick up those point props, right? Using those are points right there. But with that, we'll jump over to Bala. We'll take a fun look at some of the things that developed in our last few moments.
Thank you so much, guys. Yes, the Junkyard Juke is developing nicely. Everybody's starting to figure out what all the different tools and props they have available to them. So with that, we're going to hop into some of the tips and tricks that I've seen from the Junkyard Juke so far. We can roll the clip right now as all these players. First thing I want to point out is there are these springboards. Unfortunately, Danyan gets picked out of the sky there. Not too happy about that. But moving on to Tomoya using the statue. This is one of the interesting scores I saw with the statue. Those higher point objects being useful. Scissors here with the springboard, the recovery, and just barely doesn't get into the incinerator at the last second. And then here we have Tomoya. We have, again, just an awesome run towards there, looking like a scene out of everybody, crossing the street at the same time. Here's Tracius hitting some amazing shots through the black. And then he just continues shooting, just hoping that he can get a shot. This is the other team, the Cuddle Crew, doing the same thing, but then also synchronizing, making sure they have coverage on all angles. Finally, Tomoya made some amazing calls. We'll listen to them in a second, but this is what he did. Always timing it perfectly so that he can get in and make sure that his teammates also go at the same time and make it into that incinerator. So we're gonna have and listen to what those communications were like from Tomoya and team. In this one, they made sure the countdown was perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 10. I got 10. I got 10. 4, 5. Stop. Oh, they kill me. If they don't kill me, I score 10.
Don't
1, 2, 3,
I got 5. I got
4.
5.
I got 10. No! He killed me. Oh. We are strong team.
Yeah.
I scored 0 in the second round. That's the problem.
I scored 0 in the first one, so
like
we are all close points.
There you go. The Funky Fighters, they won the first Silver Llama. Let's see if they can win the next one. We got one more match here on Junkyard Juke to go, and we'll see who will come out on top with the Silver Llama from this. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Bala, for that great breakdown. Listening to comms, that's one thing I hadn't considered. I always just kind of like, yeah, it's going to come up now. But these guys all on comms talking, have one guy counted out like I said, like a metronome, make sure he has it on the dot every single time. Brilliantly done from them, but will they be able to take back that top spot? We've seen them do it. If they can grab that Silver Llama, they'll be in such a good spot. But right now, they aren't seeing the same success they saw before.
Yeah, you want to get the Silver Llama, but to get there, you got to make a new strategy. I think that right there, that was
defenders who took that first bomb, but you need to make sure they don't get this one here. And basically, everyone wants first place.
Yep, you can see there, Taldeck did land a shot straight through the curtain. Very nice to see that. Another kind of lane, right? You want to look at your lane, see which lane is available to you that's easy to maneuver the objects you want to bring through. Flytex, for example, here is using a bear. There are no bears in this section, but he said, you know what, it's all good. I can sneak this around.
So the big thing with the bear, though, that you don't really consider is the coloring of the background. You're in the junkyard, you're a little bit in front of those desert biome situations. There's a lot of kind of muddle grounds and oranges around there. It makes it that much harder to stick out. However, if you if you're grabbing the snowman, you're just really flexing on everyone. It's like, yeah, I'm a snowman. I'm the snowman in the desert, and I'm going to score on you.
That's pretty hilarious because, you know, we haven't seen anyone pull out the weird objects in the back end for good reason. There are a couple other fun ones back there. If we get a pan around later, you'll probably notice a big old snowman or something like that. But with all this money on the line, there's no way anyone has time to play around like that.
You can't play around with every single one of those runs matters, and right now we see Sunshine Soldiers swapping over. They've already put in 2 2-point props, so you need to be slightly more efficient on those runs, but good job getting on the boarding consistently. And as we say that 5-pointer goes in, boom, they're headed to Funky Fresh with a singular 10-point run, so trying to get every possible point. It's all about maxing efficiency.
Honestly, the Little Warriors are doing a great job at defending this. They all have a ton of eliminations. Taldeck at 6, Top at 5, Kaz and Ninja both tied at 7. That is pretty good. They're shutting down these guys are not here to play. You know, as you're a guard, you don't accumulate any points, so it's good. They're knocking this out the way, and they're doing a great job defending.
Keeping them out, making sure you find the right lane angles, and also sometimes just putting shots out in the right spot. You just need to be able to consistently deny as much as possible. Taldeck, that was sick!
I was like, are you behind that? Yep, what's that? Didn't see that there before, didn't see that either. Taldeck doing a good job so far. Spotting things through the curtain. Let's see if we can find another here. It's a random shot. Oh, something landed. That's why you don't want to hit those spring traps there.
They make it so difficult when you're a larger object coming back down because it's just so much motion on the screen. When everything else is still, if you see that thing falling through, like it's particularly for all of these players up there. I mean, Gotaga and Crew, everyone on Raven's Revenge, him, Magma, RTA, and Chappie, all have been able to hit their shots. And then, I mean, Little Whip Warriors is a team of hit shots.
That's right, and there it is. Last opportunities to make a point have just concluded, and that was the first round. There are 4 of these, so we're going to switch up the guards now. Little Whip Warriors get a chance at, you know, trying to earn some points, and as do the others. The next round will begin.
That dragon's so cool. It's so cool.
Look at that.
Yo, shout out to the observer. That shot right there, that's really cool. Big fan of it going out. And as you can see now, round 2 is underway. This is the final match on Junkyard Juke of set 2. And right off the bat, 2 archery targets and a water heater marching on out.
Yep, that archery target is worth 10 points, though, so if you can bring that all the way through. It's one of the, I guess, smaller, large point objects. Magma doesn't even care. All the blinds open up, he just kept going. Zvenoff did pump the bridge, so even right here, and then he stops it very early. He's just trying to blend in and get as many points as possible right here.
Ooh, did get picked up. It might have been the book. else to do it, right? So you see somebody is running an archery target, you're like, okay, I'm just going to grab that too, and then you follow their path. And if they get picked up, oh, well, you look slightly more natural, particularly if you're that much more patient. And you can see Svenos is actually doing that right now with Carnifex, both of them going into the box. Svenos does hit the sprint, he's hanging out behind the car, and will get the score. That was a great run.
He actually recognized Racing was not looking down in the right direction, so he took advantage of that. Fighter let his guard down for just a second there. He did manage to sneak on through, so that was the big point there in the final seconds as this round is now coming to a close there. Next round is going to begin. We're going to switch up the guards.
No dancing, just props and shots going out from the guards. Round 3 kicking off in the final match of set 2 at the Creative Finals. Who will be able to take that second silver Almond right now? You see Bensor is going in for the 10-point prop right away. Kuku does get the Mimic, but then opts to go for a different route as players are starting to feel a little bit of the pressure. You can tell they can't score points. It's the first time we're starting to see some gnomes out there and another teddy bear on the line.
That's right. And Taka representing here, putting himself straight behind every object that he can. I love that they're using the smaller objects. It's so much easier to score with those. When you bring those big ones out, it really is hard. He actually put himself inside the truck. You see that? He's following Kuta so close here. He's got to use him as bait, really. As you get behind him, he's safe.
Yep, because they don't think they're going to fire twice in there. That's the benefit of it. But right away, you see Kaz, Taco, Chappie. Great little run there from the Little Whip Warriors. That's going to push them back into contention. There's 65 points currently, but a dumpster going in from Hand to Blood. There's another 10 points for Llama Record Co., pushing them up to 90. And they were the winners of that first match. So if they can hold on, they know they'll be the guards in the final round. They need to build up as much of a lead as possible here.
Carraro actually has 18 eliminations, so he had a super successful guard round. But the Chicken Champions need to get picked up here. They need these points. And there it is. He's doing a lot of work for his team, showing that, hey, I can push this up here too. Just gonna go ahead and take that 5-pointer, throw him right over the fish fam now. There's the top of the run.
That was a great run from him. Corner peak the entire time, made sure nobody was looking for him. Like, he was barely threatened, but right now, Bensor coming through. The Chicken Champions, can they overtake in the last minute? That's 10 more points. That is going to go through for them and start pushing up. Llama Record needs to get in some runs. The Chicken Champions will before the last one, so they're pushing it through. Right now, it is the Sunshine Soldiers and the Fish Fam up there, so they're doing their best to delay everyone. X-Sandy gets picked off by Tyler, and now Carnifex is chilling in the back on that rusted out car. Hand of Blood just barely avoids the shot. Oh, no. Oh. Saw the hitbox going through there. The Tracers finding a way through the window, but not enough as Tracers gets in. 2 more 10-point props also going over, and we're seeing, I think, a little bit closer of a score here, minus the fact that the Chicken Champions haven't shot yet.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. Neither have the Llama Company. The Llamas have not shot, went into the guard tower at all. You can tell because when we go to their POVs, they don't have any limps, so they have not taken a run yet.
Yes, excuse me, I misspoke there, meaning the Chicken Champions had already shot.
Oh,
the fact that they're already up
so
to the second.
they're doing great.
Llama needs to press on it. The only team who really has the definitive lead right now is the Chicken Champions. Effectively, they're up 30 points on the rest of the field because Cuddle Team and Llama Record Co. both have to shoot next round.
Oh boy, so if they can't secure a big lead here in the last couple of seconds, if something can't get processed, oh, the poor burger at the very end.
Burger did not get processed. We like it, never frozen there. Brilliantly done. Does find it. Great work from coming out, and Carnifex doing a great job. Round 4 will begin. It's going to be the last match, and we're going to see what the line is going to be. Who is up in the tower? Who will be able to defend? And can they hold them off? Again, it's Llama Record Co. and the Cuddle Crew up there. It's already up there. You can see the Chicken Champions were able to connect, so it's all about Spam is right there as well. They're only 25 points up. Here comes the rotation across. 5 points will be coming across for the Little Whips. Fish Spam also getting it, but Cuddle Crew does finally get pushed up there. Brilliantly done. 15 points now separates them, but Ryan gets one in for the Tender Defenders, pushing it back up to 25 with only 30 seconds remaining. Rubius knows if he can get this water heater in, if he can be safe. Oh, apologies, hidden so well. He was the statue going on there. And as you can see, hits the jump pad, stays on the corner, will get it in. That's going to push them 30 points clear. But as I say that, Fish Spam catches right back up. 19 seconds left, Monster, in the final match of set 2 on Junkyard Juke. Can the last minute scores come through? 25 points, they need a run of 10s. Kaz got in, the box is coming just behind. Fish Spam gets picked up. The Chicken Champions have done enough to round out the final match. Brilliantly done in match 2, repeat in match 3. They are the Chicken Champions. Excellently done, and they defended their crown.
That's right, and you have to give props to everyone else that managed to kind of hold a top 3 lead, especially right there in those final moments. Little Whip Warriors, the Fish Fans really coming up at the end there, you know, bumping up their prize earnings, because every round, everyone's a winner. You can win a little bit.
Yeah, it was just brilliantly done there. And these are actually the creators who helped with this. Brilliantly done from them. Some fantastic gentlemen. Thank you guys all so much for your help in making this mode come to life. Some fine gentlemen up there. The creative builders were at that game jam out there, spent hours and hours, and it really blows my mind to see what they're able to do in this creative mode. Because, like, I'll go in, I'll play some stuff. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good. And they're like, oh, yeah, after 20 minutes, I have this full game mode. Here's how the scoring works. Here's the barriers. I'm like...
That's the magic of creative, right? These unlimited possibilities, really, when it comes down to game modes. And tons of fun ones, obviously developed not only for, you know, the creative kind of fun side of the community, but the comp side as well, right? There's plenty of great game modes out there.
Yeah, shout out to all the guys out there playing Storm Wars. We know you guys enjoy it, but that was a fantastic way to close out set number 2. And a real, honestly, I enjoyed Junkyard Juke. It was fun to see kind of the definitive playstyles come out. Patience ended up being key, but players started finding the diagonal runs, knowing that, like, hey, I'm going to stick with the statue because this is my comfort, or like, I know on this run I can be blocked by this tree and this dumpster, and I only show myself once. But again, brilliant from the Fish Fam and Little Whip Warriors to push up and pass those guys in the last moments, pushing them into the top 4 and earning just a little bit more of that prize money.
That's right, because they want it all here at the Fortnite Creative Finals, and it's going down. So, you love to see it. We've seen a series of, you know, I guess, different people succeeding, right? And all of these, the Chicken Champions really kind of came out.
Well, that's what, again, I love about all of this and about creative. There's so many different skills that Fortnite isn't all about one individual thing. You see these guys, and what they're doing is incredibly well. Able to execute the game plan, talk with their teammates, come up with something new, and the Chicken Champions elevated. They were clearly better than the rest at Junkyard Juke, but the question is, will that continue when we get into the Golden Games? Right now, we're going to get a chance to speak with the Chicken Champions, who's up top with Books. Books, what do you got for us?
Thank you so much, Sundown. I am down here with the Chicken Champions, who surprisingly didn't fly the coop. They put on an absolute clinic today in the creative trials. I'm here with Rubius. Now, you guys won the last game as well, so 2 in a row. You guys had a pretty great strategy. Do you want to kind of talk me through that a little bit?
Oh, what can I say? It's the power of Norway, the power of Spain, and the power of Detroit. Like, we're crushing it, and we're a chicken, so we're good at hiding. Like, we're not good at shooting and stuff, but at hiding, we're the best. The best strategy, I think, is, well, let him take the big stuff, and we are like the supports. Like, we take the small stuff, the 5 points stuff, and stuff like that. And the trick is, don't tell them anybody, but the trick is to go in the corners. Like, no one is watching the corners. It's insane.
No one is watching the corners. I hope all of your competitors did not hear you just say that. Now, he said that you were in charge of taking the big items. Did that put a little bit more pressure on you?
No, it's good. It works good, so.
So you guys have a ton of confidence now. You have won 2 in a row. I'm so excited to see in the rest of the day. Going into these next games, do you have anything you're going to change, or are you going to keep things the same?
We're just going to keep things the same, stay consistent, keep low, and play slow.